Welcome to the first of hopefully many how-to videos brought to you by Be Your Own IT. Today's topic is something small, yet from my many years in IT, is also something that can help home users and small businesses save a ton of cash. It's an effective way to gain performance without having to spend money or do anything drastic like format your hard drive or upgrade your computer entirely. It's the Microsoft Configuration Utility, or simply MSConfig. Designed to help you troubleshoot problems with your computer, MSConfig can also be used to ensure your computer boots faster and crashes less. It comes standard with most versions of Windows except 95 and 2000. The good news is for 95 you can simply use the 98 version, and for 2000 just use the XP version. You'll just need to go out online and download these standalone files, and you can run them right from your desktop. I'll just have to check and make sure it's cool that I provide these from our website, and as long as it is, then they'll be up there soon. Okay, so why does it matter? Well, for many years, for all the years that I worked in IT, probably 10 or a little more than 10, I worked for various companies who charge hundreds of dollars to take care of performance-related issues, software conflicts, all those sorts of things, and they were typically solved by using solely this tool, the MSConfig tool, brought to you for free by Microsoft. Countless computers crossed our test benches and my bench when I first started out with complaints of running slow or crashes on boot up, and a little investigation would show that system resources were dangerously low, or through some investigation of the MSConfig tool, we were able to expose some software conflicts and other things. If you want to read more about it, in the interest of saving time, I'll just give you the URL to Microsoft's knowledge base. It's support.microsoft.com/kb/310560. Here you can read a little bit more about the MSConfig tool if you want to do a little more investigation. With all that said, let's get going. To launch the MSConfig tool, you need only to hit Start, then Run, which we'll do here, and type MSConfig, MSCONFIG, and hit Enter or OK. That'll launch the utility. You'll see a lot of different tabs here, which are, I would generally say, is for a little more advanced users. So let's just skip those. The 98 version will look a little differently, but you'll just want to look for this Startup tab. And you'll see here, it'll parse out a list of everything that starts up when I turn on my computer. Many of the things you'll see located down here in the taskbar by your clock. All these various icons have associated links here in the system config utility. Now that you're looking at things that start up with Windows, you can begin to troubleshoot your problems. If you're having a lockup issue and you're not just doing this for a performance problem, I recommend going through these one at a time. I know it sounds tedious, but it truly is the best way to actually figure out what's causing it. If you were to remove a bunch of them and reboot your PC and fix the problem, you will have never known exactly what it was. So go one at a time so you can backtrack. I also recommend keeping a pad and pen to just keep track of what you're removing or what you're adding, so that when you do figure it out, you'll know what it was exactly, rather than just randomly fixing it and never knowing why. If it's a performance reason, if you want to speed up how your computer runs, how it reacts, you're pretty much safe removing most of this stuff. I do recommend hitting Google or MSN or Yahoo and doing a little bit of research for something that you may not know exactly what it is. You'll notice in the far left column, Windows will try to describe exactly what it is. Some things will make sense, others won't. You can do a little more investigation by expanding the command function for something like, the just sketch. You're not quite sure what that is offhand, but if you notice here, it'll say Program Files, Java, so now you know it's Java related. Things like that you probably want to keep running. Antivirus, spyware removers, anything like that you generally want to keep running because they're the good guys. They're helping you. Things like Microsoft Office, things like QuickTime, things like WeatherBug or some other infamous taskbar performance hogs, you can uncheck those to gain some performance. With today's newer computers, generally they come with enough RAM and system powered that even a pretty long list here isn't going to affect how your computer performs. If you're running something like 98, 95, or even 2000, and it's a little bit older system, and you don't have a wealth of RAM, this can definitely be one way to make your PC last a little bit longer and help you avoid doing something drastic and unneeded. Every time you change something, it'll ask you to reboot. So if I wanted to uncheck the YouTube unloader for Uploader, which is a tool I'm going to use to upload this video, simply uncheck it and hit apply and then close. Windows is going to ask you to reboot, and feel free to see how it happens, see what it does for you. Simply unchecking one or two probably aren't going to bring back your resources like you'd want. You're going to want to streamline it as much as you can to get the best performance. Now, as you see here, when I brought it back up, it's still there, just unchecked. So if you're troubleshooting and you uncheck something and didn't fix the problem, you can just check it again to bring it back and continue your troubleshooting. Otherwise, not to jump back too far, but if you're not quite sure what is here in the startup column, feel free to post a question to me. I should be able to answer most of them for you, hopefully, and otherwise I don't mind looking it up for you to let you know if it's safe to remove or what it may be associated with. A lot in here in the system config utility, you'll find a lot of spyware and virus-related entries as well. If you're having other issues, here's where you'll see a lot of them, other than perhaps in the system registry and things like that. So the moral of the story basically is, with a little work on your own, you can avoid spending unnecessary cash on repair bills, or worse, unneeded upgrade. MSConfig can't fix all your performance issues or perhaps find all the reasons your computer may be locking up, but it certainly is one easy step that you can take before paying someone upwards of $100 to do what we just showed you. Please feel free to post any questions how we can make this better. We'd love to hear back from you. And we'd also love to see some posts. If there's something that you'd want us to do, or there's a topic you're wondering about, just post us or email us, and we'd love to make a video for you. So hopefully we helped out, and again, any questions, just hit the message board and we'll help you out. Thanks a lot.